The Great Ceramic Migration. Amelia was a scholar of the highest order, but her true field of study was ceramic archaeology. Every surface of the apartment was a dig site, populated by crusty relics of oat milk lattes past and ancient dregs of cold chamomile. She didn't see clutter. She saw a historical record of her hydration. Her roommate, Felix, lived in a state of perpetual magnitude 8.0 on the Richter scale. He didn't mind a little mess, but he drew the line at kitchenware that started to sprout fur and name itself. He began to worry that the mugs were forming a collective consciousness. One Tuesday, Amelia noticed a particularly stubborn espresso cup on her nightstand had begun to emit a low, rhythmic hum. It had developed its own microclimate and a flourishing colony of miniature moss. It was no longer a dish. It was a sovereign nation. Felix finally staged an intervention. He pointed at the porcelain graveyard occupying the coffee table. "Amelia," he said, brandishing a pair of rubber gloves like a holy warrior, "the mugs are planning a coup. I heard them whispering about taxation without representation. It's time to choose, us or the stoneware." Amelia tried to find a place to set her laptop to write her thesis, but the apartment had reached peak capacity. There wasn't a square inch of wood visible. She was trapped in a labyrinth of handles, stained rims, and the faint, lingering scent of French roast. Realizing she couldn't live as a tenant in a museum of filth, Amelia approached the great white basin, the kitchen sink. It was a mysterious land where water flowed and hope lived. She stared at the faucet as if it were an ancient artifact she had forgotten how to operate. She grabbed the yellow scrubber of destiny. The battle was fierce. The dried coffee rings fought back with the structural integrity of dried concrete, but Amelia's resolve was forged in the fires of late-night study sessions. She scrubbed like her security deposit depended on it. In her newfound enthusiasm, Amelia used half a bottle of extra-strength dish soap. A suds Amy erupted from the sink, swallowing the counters and threatening to submerge the fridge. She was no longer a student. She was a bubble monster of pure cleanliness. As the bubbles receded and the steam cleared, a miracle emerged. The mugs weren't just brown and crusty. They were white, teal, and... was that a dinosaur? She had forgotten she even owned the T-Rex mug with the T-Rex pun on the side. It felt like reuniting with old friends. Felix walked in to find a sparkling kitchen and a very focused Amelia. Every mug was dried, polished, and lined up by height. "I did it," she whispered, her eyes gleaming. "But now I feel a strange urge to color-code the spice rack." Felix sighed. One crisis was over, but a new obsession had clearly begun.